Today, let's get into something really powerful: creative sustainability. How to keep that fire, that passion, going for the long haul. And we're going to do it by looking at the story of a writer who, well, let's just say they learned this lesson the hard way.
Seriously, think about it for a second. That hobby, that project, that thing you were once so excited about, and then one day, it just felt like work, like a chore. It happens to pretty much everyone, and it's right at the heart of what we're talking about today.
So our story kicks off way back in 2007. It's about a writer who absolutely loved the craft, but their passion was about to run headfirst into the super tempting, super shiny world of online marketing.
The goals seemed pretty straightforward, right? Ditch the 9-to-5 and build a life around something you're actually good at, writing. That initial idea of getting paid for your words, that felt like the ultimate dream, the perfect blend of freedom and creativity.
But here, this is where the cracks start to show. You see, the original why, the whole reason for starting, was to connect with people, to express ideas. But almost overnight, the promise of quick cash changed everything. The focus shifted from purpose to profit.
So what happens when you lose touch with that core reason for doing what you're doing? Well, this is where the seed of the struggle really gets planted, and it leads down a path that might feel a little familiar to some of us.
And yep, this is the classic recipe for burnout. You start chasing clicks instead of actually trying to understand your audience. You throw strategy and market research right out the window, and every new project becomes less of a smart move and more of a, please let this one be the miracle kind of prayer.
The outcome was, honestly, inevitable. A huge financial hole, a deep feeling of despair, and, this is the worst part, that original joy, the whole point of it all, was just gone, buried under all the failure and frustration.
But it's from that really low point that the most important lesson came. It was a single, simple action, a concept that changed the entire game and really is the core of this whole idea.
Yeah, it all came down to one simple thing, just pausing. See, the real failure wasn't just the bad strategy, it was the nonstop hustle, never taking a single moment to just step back and think.
Now let's be super clear here. The pause isn't just taking a coffee break. It is an active, deliberate moment of reflection. It's when you finally stop and ask yourself that one crucial question. Wait, why did I even start doing this? And you use that answer to get back on track.
And this isn't just some theory. I saw a post from another creator on X who went through the exact same thing. They paused, they remembered why they loved their art in the first place, and bam, it led to a massive creative breakthrough, a whole new style.
And get this, there's actual science to back this up. Research from Teresa Amabile, going all the way back to 1996, has shown that this kind of internal check-in is a scientifically proven way to boost your creativity and your ability to adapt, the exact skills you need to turn failure into success.
So, how does this one little idea scale up? Well, it turns out this isn't just a personal life hack, it's a universal principle for long-term success. And you can see it in some of the biggest companies in the world.
Just look at Netflix. The whole thing started because of a simple frustration, a late fee on a movie rental. Their core why was always about one thing: making entertainment more convenient. That one purpose guided them from their first big pivot, mailing DVDs, all the way to their next one, becoming a global streaming giant. The why stayed the same, even when the how changed completely. And this principle is absolutely timeless. You can see it in Leonardo da Vinci, endlessly sketching and resketching, driven by nothing but pure curiosity. You see it in writers today who rediscover their authentic voice after losing it. The idea is always the same. Hold on to your core curiosity, your why, and let that be your guide.
Okay, so what does this all mean for us? Let's bring this full circle and make it a practical tool that you can use no matter what your creative passion is.
Taking care of your why isn't about some huge, dramatic gesture. It's the small stuff you do consistently. It's about reading other people's work, engaging with your community, and just working on your craft because you love the process, not because you feel this immense pressure to succeed. It all boils down to focusing on genuine, authentic expression.
At the end of the day, this is about seeing your passion as a lifelong journey, not some short-term fling. Because here's the secret. When your why is leading the charge, the results you want, the success, the recognition, you don't have to desperately chase them. They start to follow you, naturally, as a result of your sustained, joyful effort.
And that brings us to the final and most important question, the one I want to leave you with.
Think about your own work, your own passions. What's that core reason you started? What's the why that you are going to hold on to keep your own creative flame burning? Find it, protect it, and just watch what happens.